sensitive.
So does she have a job in the Trump house, in the Trump hotel?
No. She's not in Trump's administration right now. He's trying to get her in.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
in order to get her in, they have to go through a thorough rundown of who this character is.
Yeah.
Supposed to be our
yeah.
Supreme Court justice.
Yeah. The Republicans are trying to push this through. How you doing,
Right.
KD? Shalom.
Shalom,
Right.
Lisa. What's up, Santee? How y'all doing?
All right, what's going on, KD the Warrior?
Hey, man, just watching these damn races trying to get confirmed. And I know why he's trying to do this, too.
Well, they're trying to do this real quick before the election. And it's not supposed to go that way. Now, technically, Joe Biden can get in and shut this whole thing down if he wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it sort of tells me that this is why he's trying to rush this, because he knows this. He knows that Biden can do that. Why else would he try to rush it through?
Oh my God, I've been trying to call you.
Probably because he feels like at this point he can do whatever the hell he wants to do. Trump has been in there
for now.
He came in there from day one. You're not gonna ask an individual. You ain't gonna tell a nigga that that they're doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do his whole entire existence, getting away with God knows what, screwing over Tom, Dick, and Harry. That he can't do something. The only way you can do that is by literally just sitting that motherfucker down and taking away whatever they have. And so far, I just looked at a news article that said that he said if he loses to Joe Biden, he's gonna leave this country. I bet you the fuck he is. Before the Fed snatch his dirty ass up, or whoever else.
Yeah, he gonna have to, man. Look at all those damn cases he got rolled up against him, not just in New York, but all over this motherfucker. And you got the Russian mob on his ass.
Right, nigga. I bet you all gonna run for your life. It ain't gonna do you no justice. It's not gonna do you any justice. There's ain't nowhere in the world you can hide where your goddamn orange ass ain't gonna be all out in somebody's face trying to get attention.
And then on top of that, his son-in-law owed $1 to $3 billion to fucking Soros and shit. You ain't gonna get away with that.
Shit. You said he owed how much?
$1 to $3 billion.
God damn, man. Damn. Shit. All right. Yeah, you might want to change your place of residence, own a nigga that type of money. Hey, depending on the circumstances of how you gonna go, hey, you might want to jump out the nearest window. All right, $1 billion ain't like owing a nigga a yard. Okay.
But here's the problem with that. He's an American, and he already banned in 22 countries. Right. America's already been in 22 countries, so where the hell he gonna go?
I know it's very unfortunate for that dude. And I feel sorry for him as much as you do. You know? Shit. These dirtbags have made a lifetime career of shaking and breaking and shitting all over the system, where when you black in America, if you owe anything, nigga, Uncle Sam will be at your goddamn doorstep.
Even if you owe a damn nickel, they gonna be at your door with gats and shit.
Yeah. Right. If you got a failure to appear.
Well, I'm live right now, and I didn't know if you were going to join us. KD and Santee are here, and we're getting ready to get into Amy Coney Barrett. Yes. I don't either, but I'm gonna try to get over there more often. I am. But okay, well, I'll see you, I'll see you when you come over. All right. Bye. All right. True Royal will be joining us soon.
Okay.
How's everybody in the chat? I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, we're going to have a good conversation about Amy Coney Barrett. So we're just going to allow a few more people to come in so that we can start talking. And many of you may not see my live stream from yesterday. YouTube took down, gave me no notice. Thank you, Loveline Turner, for the super chat. They took my live stream down. I got no notice. And the only way I could see my live stream was in StreamYard. It does not appear in YouTube at all. So it's just some little funny business. I guess somebody non-black on the other side got touched by what we were saying. I don't give a damn. Okay. At the end of the day, I don't give a damn. And I will continue to say what I want. So that's what happened. That's why many of you do not see my live stream, but don't worry about it. Let's just give it about a few weeks and I'll put the shit up. I re-recorded on top of it. So I will get it up. You will be able to view it. We're just going to lay low for a little while and I'll put the shit back up. We know how they get down on YouTube. Yeah, like you said, it's screw tube. Yeah. Y'all know how, you know how they do. Yeah. They cut it off. They hid the comment section. And, you know, hey, it is what it is. But we are here today and we will continue on. So, you know, the way they did this whole thing, they made sure I would not be able to respond. That's why they didn't send me notification. So technically, they broke their own policy. When you take any video down, you're supposed to notify them according to their guidelines. You're supposed to notify them by email. They didn't send me shit. Okay, they didn't send me. So they violated their own policy.
And they've done that shit to me more times than I can count.
Yeah.
More times than I can count. I mean, on some great videos where, like, I'm pretty sure I know that the people want to go ahead and listen and watch it again or whatever, at least if they weren't there at the time to catch it. And I can't get them back.
These are some of the most sensitive motherfuckers on the planet, but yet claiming to be tough.
Yeah, you got to understand, most of the staff and YouTube admit they know they got a problem when it comes down to diversity. They have a lot of white females, a lot of white males, and Asians, and barely 1% of their employees are black. And one of their former employees said the kind of blacks they bring in are just, you know, the coonish white supremacy thinking kind of Negro. So that's what you're up against when they are reviewing your video. Just know 9 times out of 10, it's somebody non-black looking and reviewing your video. And they don't relate to black people, don't connect with us at all, but they're the ones judging your video.
Right.
That's
completely divorced from black society. And if you don't have that Carlton Banks type of feel, all right, it's time to.
Or that Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
That Uncle Ben's Rice type of thing. If you're not on the Cupid shuffle type of deal, it's always a problem. Especially when you're speaking too direct about black empowerment.
But listen, y'all. Now they got an issue with my video. My video was based on something that really happened. Okay, the racist text messages that they found on William Roddy Bryan's phone. All right, so it's based on something that really happened. Go out there and look up Breonna Taylor and look at all the conspiracy stuff they got on her. She was a drug dealer. She was in crime. She did this. They got all kinds of shit out about Breonna Taylor on here. And it's already been proven Breonna Taylor had no criminal record at all. But there are a lot of white people and some coons, black people that are out here on YouTube putting all that stuff out. She had guns, she had drugs. Drugs were in her house, drugs were not in her house. These videos are out there. They are doing absolutely nothing to shut that down. But they're worried.
And at the same damn time, she was an essential worker. So she had time to do all of that according to these fools.
But they got that out. They're not bothering them. And I want y'all to also think about Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson was out on YouTube for over 10 years. Blackface videos, N-word videos. Them videos were up. Some of them videos were up for 10 years. They did nothing to him. Nothing. In fact, he became a millionaire on YouTube with those videos.
Yep.
Okay. But they gonna come and take my shit down because of what I verbalized. But that shit was blatant racism, and that got stay up for over a decade on YouTube. And then you got PewDiePie playing games and using the N-word. That's okay. That's okay. You ain't over there, but you're gonna come over here and bother me, man. Get the hell up on that. I hear all that mess. Y'all fake. It's fake outrage. Because we're not outraged with everybody else doing, and number two, the whole goddamn site is a violation, y'all. The whole damn YouTube site is a violation.
Yep.
So when they come at us, they just trying to cherry pick around for things. That's all they're doing. It's just cherry picking.
Right. And the moment they get a little bit of damn resistance, they back up off you because they know they flexing some goddamn white supremacy around here with bullshit that they truly can't, they can identify, but don't choose to do it with you. I never know. I mean, I didn't know these things.
Yeah,
fuck it. You always get some type of word sitting in your face telling you about what they didn't know.
I fucking hate when they try to do that.
Black people. Harassing black folks, period. They know regulations and policies and shit like that off that.
Man, they know the regulations. They just pick and choose when they want to fucking follow them, bro. Yeah. We all know that.
Okay, if they were following policies, y'all, there wouldn't be no damn video on YouTube. Let's be real. They would have to wipe this whole, be a tidal wave of videos that would have to go.
Had to back a truck up in here. Right.
I mean, they're so fake. It's not. They're fake. Okay, their outrage is fake. But you know, this is how they roll around here. You know, always been that way, always will be. But y'all just sit tight. You won't see that video.
but they can take criticism with they super sensitive ass. And just for them to take your video down, just show how sensitive they are.
Right.
But like I said, conspiracy theories about Breonna Taylor, untouched. Photoshop photos of her with guns and drugs, untouched. Okay. Yep. Okay. They don't have no issue with that.
That's why I say I do all my videos live. So no matter what, my message is gonna be out there. I don't give a shit what it is. You snatch my shit down, somebody's seen that shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's okay. I mean, I got everything in order. You know, it's just a matter of time before I can just get it back up there. Don't worry about it, y'all. So, Amy Coney Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, she has been testifying almost every day this week to become a Supreme Court justice. Now, here's the problem. Now, you know, here's what I really resent. Now, they've been talking about her 2 black children. She got 2 Haitian children that she adopted. You know, it's just amazing how every time somebody's either married to someone black or they got a black husband or wife or they're dating someone black, all of a sudden this becomes a shield against them being a racist, which is total BS. Let's put that out there. Number one, the slave master slept with both men and women. and he still sent their asses back out on that slave field to work. So just because you have a lust or fetish for black flesh, that don't mean you can't be a racist. All right, let's be real. I mean,
I'm sorry.
they act like it has never been. It's been that way all throughout history. Yeah, you will gladly lay down with someone black, but you will get up racist, just as racist as you were when you laid down. Okay, we see it all.
Yeah, and y'all niggas better get your asses back to work.
Right. The slave master didn't sleep with a slave and then say, "Okay, from now on, you ain't got to go out on the plantation."
Right.
Come on now.
They did their butts out there and they had to still work their ass to the bone.
I'm like, come on. I know what fucking shut up is all about.
Yeah, so get out of here with that. You can't be a racist because you got some black kids. Man, y'all get out of here with that mess.
You had one of them peckerwoods with hay or whatever, yarn, whatever the case is, hanging out his mouth. Oh, what you looking at me for? You get your ass back to work. Straight business. That's how it went down. All right. And their children and all that other shit, the babies they had with them, you get your ass in that field and get to digging too.
Yeah. Right. Well, how you doing, True Royal?
I'm doing fine.
You know, when I was doing my family tree, KD, Santee, and True Royal, in the county that my parents came out of, there were 800,000 biracial children.
Damn.
Okay, so you know, although they got busy and had babies with black people, they were still a racist. You look at Strom Thurmond. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, and trust me, there were many of them down in the South. And they had look at Bill Clinton, y'all. Don't forget Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay, don't forget about Bill Clinton. Had a son with a black woman, and he never looked back.
That boy looked just like him.
He looked more like Bill Clinton than Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. With her ugly ass.
She looked more like Hillary. Yeah, Chelsea looked more like Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that boy looked just like Bill Clinton.
Dead on him.
Carbon copy.
Yeah. He tried to have a relationship with him, but Hillary wasn't going to let that go down.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm. I heard that Clinton had a daughter, too, as well.
I wouldn't doubt, because, you know, Clinton, they said he was nothing but a scoundrel out there. He was going from woman to woman. And look, he was even down with, what's that dude?
Epstein. Epstein. He was down in Epstein.
Yeah, he was all down there in the islands with Epstein, even with them children.
Yeah. Pedo Island over there. He had that Pedo Island over there.
Yeah.
I will never believe that suicide. I just will never believe it. They had to get that guy out the way. I could have
suicide my ass.
Yeah.
You know what? When that stuff went down, I couldn't wait to watch mainstream media. And I don't look at them when they talk. You should have heard the inflections in their voice. And it was like, something is going on here. Something is going. I said, see, that's why you got to have the new black media. We just gonna say it.
Yeah, we have to put it out there.
Something going on, implying the ledge and all that shit. No, I ain't alleged shit, you know. And then they claim the last person to visit him was lard ass Bill Barr.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yo, you know, Trump mad at his ass now. You know that?
Yeah.
Trump
is the article last night.
Trump is saying he may not be back for the second term if he wins. He gonna get rid of Bill Barr.
Trump is all over the place now. He's talking about up here in the state of California. He changed his mind. He want to get the that money. So for the disaster, there's fires that they have, and they still having fires as I speak.
Yeah,
too little, too damn late, Trump. California don't want your fucking money, Trump.
True Royal. Did you see the they were saying that it got so bad in California, the rodents were going in people's houses to get away from the fire.
Huh?
No,
people were saying and I was reading, people were saying there were 10-inch rats and big giant rats coming in their house because
Oh my God.
and this was happening all over California around where those fires were.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You said 10-inch rat. You talking about some Baltimore State rat?
Yeah, but they're trying to run too.
Right now, as I speak, the region that I live in smell like pure, fresh shit. I'm serious. Because my husband just stepped out to take the car to the mechanic, and I warned him. I said, Omari, I'm just letting you know. And he was like, what? And he opened the door. He said, oh, shit. He said, what's going on?
Probably a bunch of dead carcasses.
Ooh, that's true.
Think about it. Think about all the wildlife that died out there. You probably smelling a lot of dead carcasses.
Oh, it smell bad right now. I mean, we didn't have so many spare the air days. So LA is just straight up nasty. And but this stuff that's going on, like, because I often talk about feelings and emotions and stuff, and something is going on. I truly feel the presence of the Creator, because I cannot emphasize to y'all when the skies, and I remember I was on Lisa's stream and I said the sky kind of have an orange tinge. Okay, everybody's like, okay. The next morning I got up, I never seen nothing like that in my life. And you couldn't hear no wildlife, because I like listening to birds. And I noticed when something like these, I never experienced that. Usually when we have these eclipses or full moons, I get extremely sleepy. Mm-hmm. And the orange was so penetrating, it was in our house. You didn't even have to have the curtains up or nothing. It was in the house. Now, the part that is some dude on Big Judah's channel, some white boy, talking about how dumb we are and trying to overemphasizing it and saying that Ashes did that and stuff. Well, what I want that person to explain, you go further up north, all up in Oregon and stuff, it was blood red. The sky was blood red.
I saw them pictures.
Yeah, I seen that. And I love when people, film stuff on their phone and stuff like that. And even not just the sky was blood red, it was just the atmosphere itself.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's a lot going on. You know what? And I, it takes a while for us to redo certain things, because we know when our new year start. And it's ironic. Our new year actually started on retrograde. I'm learning even deeper about this retrograde stuff. And I said that makes sense. You see how they new year start? Mm-hmm. You see how they new year is going to end?
Yeah, well, they're talking about canceling the holidays in some of these states, the upcoming holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, because, that's when people gather, and the coronavirus is getting bad in the country again.
There you go. There you go.
Lisa, you kept talking about the next wave for how long? You've been saying this since June, May, July. You've been letting them know.
KD, me and Lisa, all of us, we talk behind the scenes. Everything, I told my husband this. I said, this woman got a gift. Everything she said behind the scenes before she even made the video happened. I got silent. I was like, wow. Look at this stuff going down. And remember, she had said, watch it speed up. I said, this year alone, where did the winter go? Wait a minute. The winter said, shh. The winter just went right past.
Came and went. Like it wasn't even there.
Yeah. So what I be picking up on is, because it doesn't matter if y'all have a channel or not, because y'all know I'm one of these people that I damn near try to read everybody's comment, even our subscribers, the stuff that they were saying that was going, because I was saying, stop speaking in the present, speak into the now. And then when I capture something, I might say it for a whole 2 years. And I said, we got to be very clear, because I was getting pissed. I was feeling this energy being an empath. I said, some of our folks is holding up stuff and don't realize what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But when I found out and I wore that ass out that cop that was partake in murdering our queen, Miss Taylor, and he up at 2:09 a.m. in the morning, emailing 1,000 police officers and stuff. I said, okay, so nobody getting their back split tonight. You really worried, I'm gonna wear that out too. And so his wife was up too. One of my subs. That's why I read the comments. Just put the whole, copied and she letting people know. See, they was worried that night because they didn't even like the DA. And you see what he did for them.
Mm-hmm.
She said her husband is having night terrors. Her husband is psychologically damaged. I said, that's our girl, Breonna Taylor, because remember this, she likes to apply pressure. This woman is speaking in the next dimension. She telling us something. She telling us something. And what we looking at is utter fear. Even with this, that town hall meeting where Trump was sitting up there, pay attention to how he put his hands up and all that. He illiterate. I know what I'm looking at. He's stupid.
That man got so mad. He was so irritated through that town hall meeting. And it showed. Real briefly, somebody had put Trump dating a black woman. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Just before he met Melania, and we saw this because I'm in New Jersey, and we saw the New York news. Donald Trump was dating a black woman, and her name was Kara Young. You can look this up. Kara Young. And he was dating her just before he met Melania. He dated her for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. And he said, look, white supremacists love to spend time around black folks. Trump has been around black folks forever, for years. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about when you see him running for president, you seen cats like Scarface or what have you showing love and talking about how vicious he is and all this. This is the way that they're used to seeing him as a completely different light of the white supremacy that he marches with when he's behind the podium.
Let me tell you something.
Rappers all over in the 90s was screaming his name, wanted to be like him as far as money go. They were screaming his name all over that mug.
Little they knew. Loveline, thank you for the super sticker, and Char J, thank you for the super chat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it was known, and there you'll see a photograph with him with Kara, and they dated. But it is not unusual for a white supremacist to date or even marry a black woman. You remember that story I did on the Proud Boy that was married to a black woman and had biracial kids? Do you remember that?
Lisa, when I seen that, this motherfucker done cut the beard off, got his hair looking short and everything, pursuit and tie, and I'm like, wait a minute, married Billy Bob. Trying to clean him up. You couldn't clean that up.
I mean, girl, his wife had long dreadlocks.
And I think did they have 2 children?
2 biracial children. And he's a proud boy, okay?
And you know what? Our folks to be marrying these people, they know. See, it's like this. And me and Lisa talked about this one too. Okay, black families. Okay. A couple get into it. She didn't call her auntie or sister. That Negro done did me like that. We put, but don't tell nobody in the family, but the whole family know and stuff. Okay, they didn't have some issues in their relationship. I don't care if it's a black man or a black woman. When they get into it with Becky and Brad, they are dead silent. I've been reading articles where black men they got a big case right now up here in the Bay Area. Now this black guy hook up with this extremely wealthy Chinese chick, and they had kids together, and he was fine, and they broke up. She killed him. And that's been going on more and more and more.
Yeah, I seen that thing on Jeffree Star, Hood Mistress. Racist as hell, but his gay behind is dating a brother.
Yeah, he wants some Kunta Kinte. That's what he wants. He wants his ass cracked.
That's not unusual. Y'all remember Milo Giannopolis.
Swallow a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hardcore racist and still be with someone black.
And I'm
Exactly. Because like Lisa said, it's the blacks, that's that black skin fetish. All right, and that Negro hair. That's exactly what that is.
And then when they get to killing, they searching for our melanin and organs and shit.
We didn't told our folks. We didn't even told people in our family and stuff about messing around with these animals. I'm telling you something that most of us all know. You laying in bed with a damn animal. This is scientifically known. That motherfucker, you don't know what an animal they may do. They may flip on you one day and have the taste of blood, and you be sliced up in pieces. It's a very dangerous game. And if anybody,
the natural premises of white supremacists around the world is barbarism. Even looking at America, you staring square at an environment where are the buffaloes?
Well, you know what? Thank you for bringing up animals. Because
anywhere it's fire and blood and destruction everywhere that they go.
Right.
And no, brothers and sisters, that is not leveling up. You are leveling down with these damn animals and beasts. You are leveling down. You are not leveling up.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, Santee, because you know what? One thing about animals, if all we got to do is look at the animals, they got it right. You don't see no buffalo with an elephant, and you don't see no raccoon with a mouse. You know, they own. They showing you how it's supposed to be done.
You know what, Lisa, I want to jump on that real quick. A couple of years ago, Lisa had put up, she was doing a live stream, and she was showing us that like rhinoceros and elephants were having sex with each other and stuff. And the part that really blew me back when you presented that, Lisa, do you know after the sexual encounter, they would kill each other?
No, the elephant would usually kill the rhino.
Yeah. And I was like, I said, that is some deep stuff. They know that ain't right. That got to be eliminated. That just doesn't comprehend in their world. But see, with the enemy we've been doing, and I can testify to this because it's happening in my house. They've been giving these animals gender bending food.
I did a story on my old channel, and she's right. True Royal is right. I did a video, and the female lions were growing manes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, the female lions, we know they don't have manes. They are actually growing manes now. They done jacked up the animals.
Sure.
Just confusion everywhere where it don't belong. Look,
I know.
Right from wrong from a circumstances of, all right, that's a man's bathroom. This is a woman's bathroom. I don't give a fuck what you feel like when you woke up or how good the synthetic wings feel on your forehead.
And that's exactly what the enemy causes, confusion. And that's what they want to bring to the table now.
You know what? What you're saying is so deep. When they finally decided up in Northern California is really drastic from Southern. You got to pay attention what Southern is doing, not doing. So up here, I'm in AUSA. Right. The first time I seen it, it knocked me down. They had just built a Target. I go in there. I said to my husband, I got to go to the restroom. And you got a choice based on how you feel. Like you said, when you get up that morning, or maybe every minute or every hour, however it works for you, and say, okay, well, today, I feel, like a woman. So I'm going to go to the woman's bathroom and shit. Right. And then maybe you want to switch up, and then you go in the men's bathroom. And then in each bathroom, there's a station there where you can change your child's diaper and all of that. They're going to accommodate you for all of that and stuff like that. And I said, see, these suckers not going to wait until one of these babies get violated in one of these bathrooms and stuff.
Right.
And they're so busy trying to accommodate what my father said, insanity. He warned me about this. And then when you try to say something about it or say that you don't agree with it, then what's thrown up in your face is that you're homophobic. Y'all know I'll speak on it. You're not
right,
gonna,
but that brings into account that disaster of that minority word, because they are fighting so desperately to make these pedophiles minorities. We don't want to be close to that at all. We don't want to.
It just happened up here. I did a video about it.
Shit!
Santee, I did a video a couple of weeks ago about it. California burning the fuck down. Burning down. And the governor approves the age of consent because they want to take it to the age of 12.
What?
Yeah, The NAMBA, Man Boy Association, was established in San Francisco, California. I've been telling people for the longest, and stuff I be seeing, I know it sounds outlandish, but you can go find it yourself. And somebody said, they saying California, they have broke the record of it's burning the hell down, but you got time to sign some shit so somebody can go up in a baby. They don't, because they worried about, well, the common choice is anal, and they was talking about vaginal. Then they had this little pipsqueak looking ass. And they was just tweaking the laws. Yeah, a lot of stuff we be speaking into existence. Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you. I'm gonna send that to you.
And the other reason,
you know what I'm gonna do with it, right?
He took. Yeah, you got time for that. You got people homeless around here. People that lost their jobs.
People are being displaced everywhere, especially in California. What you talking about up there in Skid Row? All right, not a pot to piss in, literally a window to throw it out of. You got to take big water hoses just to clean all the shit and everything else off the goddamn sidewalks.
And here's the dirty little secret. The only reason they're putting their LGBT whatever minority group in there is to push us out. That's it.
They already pushing us out. He talking about 11 million more immigrants coming in here. You got black folks displaced right now living in Skid Row.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And in the homes where they used to live at, it's some immigrant.
Yeah.
All right, $250,000 homes being built for immigrants coming in here, but black folks are struggling.
Right. And Santee, they are evicting people that are COVID positive. And they're still throwing them out on the streets. Yes.
Do you remember that CNN video where they had the black old lady, the sheriff was going around talking about how sad he was throwing people out, and he gave the black old lady an extra day to stay in there? Because it was like hot as shit outside. She was just sitting. It was a black old lady. She was just sitting outside and shit. God damn it. And she didn't have nobody to help her get her things or nothing. She was going to sit her shit outside and she was going to be right there. You could tell she had like mental health issues and all that. So the sheriff felt bad. He said, you can stay one more day. Like, this shit is fucked up out here. I'm not talking about some shit from a couple years ago. I'm talking about what we living in here years ago. This is around the time when they had all those sheriffs had to put all these people out by a certain time. This is when that hit.
You know what, Santee? They want us to believe they are running a good system. Nobody can do better than them. And the system is flawless. This system is the most jacked up. And just look at their history. They can't run nothing without a boatload of corruption. Even when you
and then we look at the trajectory of this downturn, it's at its damn near impasse. It's about to be extinct.
And look how bad America's doing. It's been 9 months and America still can't get a grip on COVID. And you got other countries that barely got it. But these folks, you can't get rid of it because they're too defiant. And they ain't going to do nothing this government says. They going to just do what they want. They ain't going to wear a mask. And they are just putting it out there. They don't care.
They can't
And
get
that's why the cesspool is going extinct.
For a second. They can't
That's
stop
why the
their race
cesspool going
soldiers
extinct.
from murdering you every week. They can't stop them, the race soldiers, from murdering you. So
Right.
you can't keep people out the streets. You can't stop black folks from being pissed off at this measure. You don't have any dummies and tricks and bootlicking coons to stop the festival and gather folks in the church. Nobody believes the bullshit anymore. So
No,
now
they
you see this pressure point just cooking. And everywhere that you look around, you see disruption because this is how they deserve it to be. Black folks have always been the savior forever. And this is the one time we have decided to say, hey, fuck it, y'all deal with this shit. You clean
And that's why this is the perfect time for us to pull back and leave these motherfuckers alone.
We already have been. And you're looking at the circumstances of that.
It's like this. Right now, what's going on because of coronavirus, now we separate. He said it in the word, ye be separate and stuff. And our father realized we got to get out and get our essentials and everything else like that. Now, any of our folks that then got, because you have to assess each story, any of our folks then got caught up out there with that demon. First, check out what type of setting was you in? Was you out there just to go take care of some quick business? Are you up there trying to be part of one of the more crazy concerts and stuff? They in, and then like my dad said, they get to drinking that ignorant oil. And my dad would always say, he said, the first one you hear say Yahoo, you better get your shit packed and walk off. But no, there's something going on a little bit different now. If I'm not supporting none of our own that has been told, and you go out of your damn way to have your nose knee deep up Esau's ass, and you get the lining beat out of your ass, you get coronavirus or whatever situation you get in, you put yourself in that because you wasn't being obedient. That's why I said enough is enough. Deal with your immediate situation, because the thing that's blowing me away with this is, because we know we in all these different type of multi-level wars and everything, and just say for the sake of an argument, you got enough ammo, to take out millions. Well, the way things going, we ain't gonna have to throw one bullet. Rona is about that life, and to let you know, it's like they'll be demanding, well, we're gonna do this and that. That same week, whatever they're gonna do this and that. Let's use the schools, and stuff. The school can't even stay open a damn week.
They're closing schools all over the damn country.
There you go. Let me inform y'all something real quick, talking about the schools, all right? So let's come into the schools now. This is how dangerous this is. You had 2 cats from a warehouse down at least in one of these schools here in Maryland, I'm just going to put it like that, that caught the coronavirus. Keep in mind, they're sending packages off to every school there in that place or where they're at. All right. Can't get a specific name, whatever the case is, will follow me. Everything I am saying is true. All right. And the option is to open the elementary schools up and then to take 5 of rather the high school staff of the janitorial staff, or out of every high school there in that county, and then to go ahead and take 5 out of the middle schools as well. Do you follow me? So what that does is the people that are working nights, it makes you more acceptable to coronavirus because you don't know who touched what package went in. You understand what I'm saying? And the give or take as far as what they're doing is they're taking you from working getting your night differential and working your night shift. All right, they cut your night differential, but you work the mornings now because you're participating to give extra staff to work in these elementary schools because these kids are coming back in about a week. Do you follow me?
And then to take it a little further on the school tip, they even shutting down college football games. That's how bad this is.
Yeah, the team is getting it. Thank you, Backup Trick 44, for becoming a channel member, and also thank you for the super sticker. All right, y'all.
This is out in Maryland. This is in Maryland, though. That's what, as far as I'm saying, it is in Maryland.
Okay.
Right.
All right, we're going to get on to Amy Coney Barrett. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Y'all know what to do. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay. All right, give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Maybe there's a delay. Nobody can see my screen. Okay, thank you. You know how it always some delay, right? All right. Amy Coney Barrett. Now, this is Trump's pick. He handpicked this woman. And trust me, he knows what her background is. All right. Trump knows what she's done. Now, this ruling on the N-word was back in 2019. So this was just a year ago when he made this ruling. And what this was a black man. A black man had all kinds of evidence, and he videotaped people in the workplace calling him the N-word, namely a supervisor, a boss. Okay. So he sued. And her ruling was back in 2019, him calling this black man the N-word and all the emotional distress and everything he's been through did not make the workplace hostile. Now, as a white woman, how the hell would she know? How the hell would she know as a white woman? She's not experiencing racism. But she's going to tell this black man who went through hell and back that him being called the N-word, that didn't cause hostility in the workplace. Yes. I mean, just assuming we are stupid. So this is the Senate confirmation hearings that you're seeing Donald Trump's pick for the Supreme Court. Amy Coney Barrett began on Tuesday. And of course, she was under scrutiny. And you should see, if you don't want to watch all of it, watch some of it. She don't even take some of the questions seriously. It's almost like she's sitting there and going, well, I'm white, I'm a woman, I know I'm in. It doesn't matter what I sit here and do. That's how it comes off to me.
But it's also more of a shove and a complete dig at, look, this is a full system of white supremacy. No matter what I say up here, all right, the same way that last pervert that came through here for this process, he got voted in. I'm getting in this motherfucker, and ain't none of you Peckerwoods going to stop me. And the same individual that you think that's on your side will go ahead and cast a ballot for me.
Brett Kavanaugh. Remember all the women that came forward and said he sexually assaulted her?
Yeah.
He did that. Yeah. So, so they let a pervert get on the bench. So why shouldn't they let this KKK woman get on there? I mean, seriously, the whole Supreme Court is nothing but racist, sexual molesters. And these people, they could be, and even with Clarence Thomas chocolate ass thrown in there, it's still a very anti-black court.
Right.
That's all the Supreme Court is.
He was coon vetted. Understand, if Clarence Thomas was any threat when that black woman came in there to give that testimony, they would have threw his black ass out immediately. Right. They already understood that he was well vetted and properly shaped to do white supremacy's bidding, and all he's ever wanted since then is a peaceful death. He ain't going to disrupt a goddamn thing.
Right. All right. So now let's get to Amy here. So it was last year in 2019, Barrett wrote a revealing decision on the behalf of a 3-judge panel regarding a case about racial discrimination in the workplace, reports the AP. The panel upheld an original ruling which tossed out a discrimination suit filed by a Black Illinois transportation employee. Terry Smith was this black man's name, who said he was called a racial slur by his supervisor, Lloyd Colbert. Okay, Colbert. In fact, Barrett reinforced that Smith was to blame for his own termination. So she put his termination on the black man. He was being called racist names on the job, and she put the blame on the black man. Okay. So, so she says that Barrett reinforced that Smith was to blame for his termination because of his poor track record. But this supervisor that was calling him the N-word on the job, that was fine by Amy Coney. Coney.
All this tell me is one thing. She was on code the whole fucking time. And now some of our people, I'm just gonna say it, better wake the fuck up. Because getting along with them hasn't worked. It ain't gonna work now.
Right. Now listen to this. Now we know they let sexual molester Brett Kavanaugh in there, right? Even Brett Kavanaugh don't even agree with her. So a judgment differs considerably from one given by the most recent addition to the High Court, Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who in 2013 decision as an appellate judge found that one instance of using the N-word was enough to establish a hostile work environment.
Exactly.
So he ruled in the whole opposite direction from Amy Coney. So she gonna tell you as a black person, you know already you have no chance of winning in the Supreme Court if this woman makes it to the bench, and you have been discriminated on your job, because Amy Coney Barrett is going to tell you that didn't make the place hostile.
Yeah.
By you being called the N-word every day by a supervisor, that didn't make your situation hostile on that job. She's going to be right there to knock down all those discrimination cases.
There you go. And she will be in lockstep with white supremacy 24/7. 24/7.
And that's exactly what I mean, said T. She been on code and she gonna stay on code.
You know, I was following the lockstep.
I got a question to ask.
Okay.
I'm asking everyone. So, you know, right now they're in the process of vetting. I'm just letting y'all know, I'm gonna use every derogatory name that I can against her, since she said it was okay. So this white dusty bitch, struggle jeans, whatever I want to call it. She said it was all right, you know. It's all right, you know, and you know, I believe in complying with the rules.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So with the vetting process, and I watch a lot of this, but I never really took the time to think about it or look it up. How long does that take? Because
it usually will go on sometimes well beyond a month. Trump trying to rush this thing in weeks.
So they don't have
the election. He wants her on the bench before the election. That's what Trump is going for.
Okay, yeah, because it's obvious that part. So they don't really have a particular time. However they orchestrate it, and whatever their so-called hidden agendas is, they're trying to push this stuff through fast. Because I know that Nancy Pelosi and them is ready to pounce on all of that. And now that I think about it, remember that, I forget that black woman's name, when they were doing the vetting process with her for Attorney General, they drugged that part was over with, and just to vote her in, they drugged that shit out for months.
Mm-hmm.
For months and months. I know y'all remember that and stuff. That was really, really deep. So some of these things I question.
No, it should not go this fast.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to go this fast.
And then
gotta make himself look good before the election, because he done effed up everything else.
Yeah, and he wants to have all these because see, Trump has been helped all his life. Trump is a cripple. He's crippled. He cannot do nothing by himself because there's always been something there to bail his fat ass out.
Mm-hmm.
He only doing this shit because he know he gonna fucking lose. That's why he's trying to rush this shit. I mean, let's keep it real.
Well, there's more because I want to get to more. There's more that I have to tell y'all. Now, this woman during the confirmation has been ducking and dodging numerous questions, and they've been letting her get away with it. So Barrett has dodged questions on abortion, healthcare, election laws, and a lot of them are angry at the Republicans because they're letting her get away with dodging a magnitude of different questions. She's not answering shit. And so you want to confirm somebody and they're not answering no questions?
But here's the thing, from Jeff Sessions to William Barr to any one of them jokers, the little acting director that took over after Jeff Sessions left, that piece of shit, any one of these jokers that have stepped in front of this system has made it a goddamn joke in some type of laughing-like process to where as though it's not even respected anymore because none of these white supremacists, top to bottom, have been punished for shit. The only thing they have showed you from some token weasel is Michael Cohen get snatched up out of a hotel and serve a little bit of time, a baby's amount of fucking time. Still enough time.
And only because he spoke the fuck out. That's the only reason why he went to jail.
Yeah, and be on CNN in front of motherfuckers trying to sell his weak ass book about how Trump is a racist, trying to sound like something.
You know you on point, my king, on that one. That's the part. That's the part that get us where he's like telling us something that we don't know. Oh, do you know he's a racist?
Right.
Okay, that's all you can come up with. We could tell you what he is, and we can even go expound on it, and we can go deeper and deeper. We can spend all day doing this. See, I know some of the enemy is listening, and this is what I'm gonna say. And I have said this to many a white boy and also Mexicans that I used to have to deal with at work because they couldn't stand me and stuff. And this is how I would say this. I said to this one white boy, it was actually my foreman. I said to him, now I had a foreman that was 27 years old, and he was angry that, it's so petty that I'm a certified welder. So he was always playing games with me. And so one day we got into it deep. And I said, when your white ass was sitting at the dinner table every evening with your father, and he was telling you niggas is this and niggas is that and stuff, I said, well, I was sitting at the dinner table with my daddy, and my daddy told me that everything I'm gonna tell you about these white niggas you can etch in stone and everything. And I said the thing that's got you all fucked up in the head, your daddy did you a disservice. Not every black person gonna be gonna sit here and take this. That your daddy didn't teach you that you can get the lining toe out of your ass. And then I used one that he didn't understand. And I said, please don't run up on one of these brothers on a construction site on the wish factor. He said, wish factor? He said, what is that? I said, figure it out. Just keep doing what you're doing. And one day you will understand what the wish factor is all about. See, they don't tell them the full story. And then they get out here in these streets and think that there's, they have a false sense of like there's a protective something force around them. And then it's just a matter of time you're going to get knocked on your ass. And folks,
many of them think that we're going to defend them too. I had that issue on the job where they think that if somebody comes up and smack them across the face, some super Negro gonna come out and run to their rescue. And I had to tell one of them on my job, that ain't gonna happen. Okay. You don't leave yourself in danger by teaching that.
Lisa, you brought up something else. You brought up an incident that happened to my husband when he was still working. this region that we was working in San Francisco, we had already built the ballpark. So naturally, all these other businesses is going to be popping up and stuff. And so after my husband and the crew had got off of work, they walked through another work site to get to their cars. That was a shorter route and stuff. Okay, they say no trespassing, but we all, even though it's another company, we all construction workers. It's called a gentleman's agreement. We all in the same profession. So this old rickety ass white boy telling my husband and all these other brothers, get the fuck off this property, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this and that. And my husband said they kept walking, and threw the finger up at him. So the next day, all of them is together walking where they going to. That white boy was standing there, my husband said, with some short, fat troll with big arms and short. And he said he looked like he was very young. And he said, which one is it, boss? Which one is it, boss? And my husband said he was so shocked that he said, boss. He said, damn, I ain't never seen one buck dance right in front of me. So he went and got this white boy. He went and got this coon, and he gonna have this coon gonna fight these brothers because they walking through the job site. I was like, damn. So I said, what else did this coon do? My husband said he was all proud, chest all stuck out. Where they at? Where they at? And stuff. And all the brothers said to that coon, can you whoop all of us at once? When they pretty much all said that, do you know that old white motherfucker walked off and left his ass there standing dry?
I guarantee you he did.
And then he got quiet. He got quiet because he started processing. Oh, I can get the line and toe out of my ass. It's amazing when these white motherfuckers, the ones that are known, get in trouble. Isn't it amazing? Every single one got a coon that will back them up, like with the Amber Geiger case. I was like, really? One of them, I wasn't shocked at all because she comes from the islands. They think they better than us. And then that other one was a dope fiend, and I said she looked like she just sucked on the pipe and got on the damn witness stand and stuff. I said, damn, even Amber Geiger can pull up some. They talking about how wonderful she is and all of that. I'm telling you, I see why my father. Put it this way. He did say this, but I see why when they had that war in Haiti and who they went after first. That speaks volumes to this very, very day. On that island, they knew who they had to get first. They didn't get them all, but they knew the pecking order. You would think they would come after the enemy first. No, you had to come at that one that was literally snitching on us, literally getting a butter biscuit. See, that butter biscuit thing, even though we joke about it, that is real. And stuff. They literally would get extra butt. They would get, because most of the time they didn't even feed them butter biscuit. But this is the part that I always say, syrupy and juicy. Get a butter biscuit and get some molasses on the top. Oh my goodness, they're gonna lose the time. They're gonna buck all the time. It's something else.
Yeah, but the coons out here right now, they're getting tossed the fuck out. They're not even getting tossed a damn dry biscuit no more.
No, and they don't have any where to go. Now things gotta be really fucked up when you got black conservatives. They don't help nobody but themselves and to please massa. And they made a point. Candace Owens not speaking at that convention, and she a glutton for punishment, and she didn't put this thing together to please massa and all of that. I said, wow. I said, this girl is a trip. She pregnant. She's on speaking engagements, and she won't wear a mask.
Oh yeah, Lisa. What about that fucking dummy that wore that Trump mask that got kicked off that plane?
Oh yeah, Southwest Airlines.
Oh, that was the juiciest thing ever, Lisa. I really appreciate it. Oh, you just don't know.
But what about the circumstances with the fact that you actually have black folks that are coming into these Trump rallies and wearing masks and they're not getting harmed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I tell you that the conversation, the beat of the drum has been so much different because of the protection of masks and how important masks are, and the fact that it's a law that you're supposed to have your goddamn mask on.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but
say,
man, I'm so sick of these anti-mask niggas, saying that, you following white man protocol. No, I'm following the protocol because I don't want to fucking die, fool.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me just say this. Naama Ya Yisrael, thank you so much for becoming a new channel member. And y'all, I want to tell y'all something interesting, and I told this to True Royal. Now, she organized these people to go to the White House.
Yep.
And guess what? Many of them were not even part of Brexit. They interviewed one black woman. She said, "Oh no, I came because they offered me a free trip to DC. I was never part of Brexit." I said, Candace Owens is a fraud. Now, she would make you think all these people were part of her organization and she sent them to Washington, D.C. That was not the case at all.
Mm-hmm.
She just trying to make herself look important.
You know what? As you think, seeing it, these antics that Candace recently been pulling, what just hit me was, remember I was saying this is a bad look on her part because her in-laws is looking at her. They live across the pond, so she's trying to impress to them that she's more superior, smart, or whatever, because she wants to continue to stay in their good graces. And I was saying to Lisa, I said, now think about this. Your daughter-in-law, who they still refer to as a nigga, get the ultimate nigga moment on the world stage. And they talk to their son on the side. See, these swirlers don't understand that they have a whole nother world. They still confide with their people and everything because they have these hidden agendas. So what Candace is trying to do, and it's so lackluster, she's trying to make herself look like more than she is to prove something to her in-laws or and all that kind of stuff. And she then became a laughing stock. Candace has no more value for white America because something else been happening, and I know some of us notice it. Now you notice that these coons' shelf life is real short now, real short. When they pull them off, they don't even put them back. They use them.
The last valuable position to cooning left with Omarosa. That was the last high price value job of buck dancing. Since then, you watch people fall from the hip like Jason Whitlock and a selection of these butter biscuit eating coons, your Roland Martins, who are licking the ground and coming to MSNBC with gold rings on and goddamn dashikis. Anything that they could possibly do to try to suck themselves in to new black media or to look interesting. Okay, cartoon characters at this point. But
I gotta go and call out this leveling up bullshit that I keep hearing.
Let me just put one more point in. And I gotta keep pointing to this narrative. Dr. Claude Anderson, he put this point out here, and it's basic, but it makes all the sense in the world. Like the same coons you see on Fox News or what have you, these Negroes have always been able to do this bullshit because it was no way for black society to punish them and no way to reward people for staying on code.
Yeah.
Now you're in the opposite effect.
And that's the whole. Go ahead.
No, you good? Go ahead. That was my point.
No, what I'm about to say is the only reason that these niggas is on the other side is they signed up the coon. The only way you can stay over there is the fucking coon. That's it.
You know what?
We know when it comes down to Candace Owens, because if you look at her earliest videos, like way back a few years ago, Candace Owens was talking just like us.
Exactly.
But she switched sides because she saw the money in it. This, at the end of the day, this is all about money.
Yes, that's what it's all about.
That's all it had to do with.
Candace Owens Candace Owens, just like all these, some of these other sisters, they was on this level up bullshit. But when this level up bullshit turns a sour, that's when they get to running back. I'm like, hell no, that shit gotta stop.
Now let me add something to this about Candace that I do know, and I did a video about. I want to hold that for just a second. 4 years ago, I did a video about coons being cons, and they think that they are conning the enemy. So they don't realize that the enemy observes something in them, and they good at picking up on that, where they'll say, oh, this one's been compromised, and we can use this one to get our agenda across. So when that coon is approached, they so vain and enamored that, oh, you didn't pick me. But when in the con game, when people are conning you, what they will do is to make you feel like you're so important, and then that con will think, I'm fooling them. They ain't fooling you. They using you and stuff. And then when they get that true nigga moment, they ready to run back. They all up in their feelings. The only thing that a coon is good for in this war, when they get that nigga moment, they get all up in their feelings and spill their guts. So picture you in war, you getting some more information, and then we have no use for you. So you're a dead man walking. And
yeah, but you know what, Queen? The enemy don't have no use for them either. Because I mean, look, let's be real about Candace Owens. If she was really in good with those people, then what the hell happened with her book sales?
There you go.
But you show you how dumb she is, Lisa. Okay, recently she been out there a little bit more. Okay, you did the the video, the hangout about that damn the book and all that kind of stuff. And I done seen her on TV a couple of times, and every time she is on TV, they might show her book, but she won't even mention the book. It's like she's scared to mention the book. You know what was
because she know her fucking level up window's been closed. So that's why.
She just hope that they will get it and stuff. Because some people are afraid to ask things and stuff. And she didn't went this far. Go check her Instagram, and there's a picture Photoshop of Nicki Minaj, and she's holding her book. I said this girl is something else. But you know what I'm waiting for, Lisa? On top of if any of them people in that group get coronavirus, what I'm waiting to hear is, okay, they claim that they paid for these trips, and we know not all. What I'm waiting for is one of them to say, boy, that Candace Owens is something else. We stayed in a Fleabag motel. We had to catch the bus to go to the police rally. When she fed us, she said that we would get a big breakfast, but we basically got a continental breakfast from the Fleabag motel. That's stale donuts and some watered down coffee. And then when it was actually time to get your next meal, Candace the type, she'll say, I told y'all that you had to bring your bag lunch. She's the type, once she done got what she needed, she turned pure nigger on you because she using you and stuff. That's how she gets down and everything. That's what I'm waiting for, because there is no way that Candace would put somebody in a 5-star hotel and all that type of stuff like that. It's gonna come out. She's one of these people. She don't take information in real good or direction in real good. This the type of coon gonna have to be literally stripped naked, and even being stripped naked is gonna take a while to process this, because she's.
I'm sitting there trying to figure this out. How she gonna put anybody, including herself, in 5-star anything? Where is the damn money coming from? Because last time I heard, that money's dried up.
We know that ain't coming from the book sales. We definitely know that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, Lisa. That money dried up like a fucking raisin.
See,
you know what? Look, when Michael Cohen's book came out, I think he sold 500,000 copies the first week it was out. Candace Owens' book has been out since February. We're talking, what, 10 months now? And Candace has only managed to sell 90,000 books. Trust me, in the book world, that is nothing.
That's zero. So she comes up with that scheme on Amazon. The fool don't know she could be.
And once all that money dries up, that white man is getting up out of it. You better believe. All right. He gonna get her for goddamn spousal support.
There is
Hey, Santee, man, I think that shit's already done. I think that's already done, Santee. He just waiting for the perfect moment.
Santee, check out the play. That's already done. Look what Michelle just said. She said, True Royal, Lisa KD, Santee. Okay, anyway, she said, if Candace Owens' husband is so rich, why is she out here selling books and not at home? See, that he gets an allowance. He gets an allowance, okay? So put it like this. If he had married a Becky, maybe his monthly allowance literally would be $100,000 a month. But since he didn't hook up with this coon, you know, and they don't want to invest too much, you know, he might be getting $5,000 a month. You know,
now let me tell you something. Look, if your book is good, what happens? You look at all the airtime Mary Trump is getting. She's always on TV, right? I've seen Michael Cohen on TV talking about his book. I've seen Michael Bolton. I've seen all of them. Now, if Candace really had it good, she would be doing book tours, book signings. She would be promoting her book. She would be greeting people all over the country. You don't see none of that happening when
none of that shit taking place. It ain't going on, and it's not going to take place. The understanding of beating the drum is she is the Republican joke. They make skinnies and laughs and jokes at her funny looking ass coming in. They ain't give her no spot in that Republican convention.
What I loved about this whole situation, I said, damn, when they did that to her, I said they didn't put this bitch in a box. If she expressed her true feelings and anger, then folks gonna side eye her that support her and say, oh, I thought you was, you know, down and stuff. So you can see, if you look at her face, you can truly see the hurt, especially in the beginning of it. So
she has to bite down on the wood of white supremacy every day. It's nothing like a long walk in the hallway by yourself.
There you go. So you see how they put her in a cross. She can't. Well, she could, but if she put them on blast, she worried about that little dried up gravy that she got, that put her in a box. She would die first to say, them motherfuckers did me wrong. They this and they that. I mean, Pacific, the Republican Party, because she has hollered and screamed racism too. But see, Candace don't pay attention to certain things. When that book was launched, that is right when we found out about coronavirus. Ain't nobody thinking about no damn book. Folks is about running, getting toilet paper, doing this and doing that. And she's always.
You just said it, True Raw. They put toilet paper over her garbage ass book. That tells you everything right there.
A couple cases of toilet paper.
Yeah, you're right, Santee. They was up the shit.
That was dealing with the immediate situation. But to show you how she ain't getting it way before coronavirus hit. Okay, what she do is she puts this photos and police records out of that brother that got caught, you know, having a threesome or whatever, you know, with them dudes up in there and drugs and all of that. So she puts it all proudly on Twitter, and then she just sit back and wait. Did we hear any of them in the Republican Party say anything? He's not a threat. He doesn't hold no position.
And that's what I say about Candace. Candace is not in elected office. She doesn't hold any important position in the Trump administration. Literally, she's just a citizen with an opinion. At the end of the day, that's all she is.
I can't even call her a fucking Republican. She's more of a Trump thing.
The only attention that she gets is what we give her.
Right.
And what's allowed on Fox News or wherever.
The only reason why she's propped up The way that she is because she's willing to talk trash about the Black community. If it wasn't for that, she wouldn't get no shine at all.
Exactly.
And she's not paying attention to certain things. Or like, I'm gonna go back to when she put all that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
The FBI is investigating her now. What the FBI will do, because they let Avenatti, they was watching him. They knew what he was doing. They allowed
they'll go in.
Wait. Where she get banned from? PayPal or Cash App?
Let me finish real quick.
All
so I know in her mind, she think, oh, they not really investigating me. They will watch you fall on the sword, gather up enough data on you. Okay, let's not lose sight. She put up some little website trying to get donations and stuff, and some of them white folks was really looking at it, and they exposed her. It's not a non-profit anything. Somebody just really putting money in her pocket, because they said when you look at the format, what Republican are you endorsing? You know, it's nobody up there. You know, they really looking at that. Okay, then
the FBI is going to wait until that baby's 5. And they going to go in there and get her ass.
And then check it out.
And kick all the hinges off the door. Yep.
So she not kept getting it. I said, okay, she put that out, and I could tell her chest was all out and everything. You could hear a pin drop. Now the lawyer, I seen an interview with the lawyer that's coming for Candace, because he said this is disgusting. Well, it's a deeper thing going. Who the hell did she know that would hand her a copy of the event that happened? He never got arrested. It was an incident report. They want to know what this Sally then did, and then they'll get to the point. She didn't ask us permission for anything. And I said, I wonder what that process was in her head, because she's slow and she didn't get it. But I know for a fact that they're following her, because she tried to do a fundraiser for some cop. They shut that down. She does that type of stuff, go out of her way, but she tries to act like it's her money. And it's been a couple of incidents with Candace, and she gets slammed down every time. But her level of arrogance, because I can tell some of the stuff that she's saying and doing. I said, her husband give me the impression all he do behind closed door is bitch about nigga this and nigga that and all this stuff, and she just taking it all in to be this unquote people pleaser. And it's like, at what cost? Because it gets me with these coons. At what cost what are you willing to sacrifice? Where is your cutoff point? Well, some of them don't have any. Look at Herman Cain, 6 feet under, mocking the creator and all that. And the karma is instant. He kept that coon alive enough. I think he was in the hospital 3 weeks. And I said, our father let that process in his psyche.
Yeah. Thank you, Loveline, for the super sticker.
I just can't wait the day that she get one of those nigga moments where it really finally hit her. She has no support. That white boy get on a plane and bounce and stuff. Bounce. So she's out there doing what she's doing. She don't give a damn about being pregnant. She's too busy trying to stay in favor. So she made a decision. She couldn't buck back at him. So she said, oh, I'll just hunker down and keep doing this and that. And the black conservatives that already got to Trump. Trump will use the hell out of you if he can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, she thinks she the it girl. They gonna show her. Ooh, they gonna show her when she falls.
Yeah,
they already done showed her with the poor book sales. Like I said, with Twitter, she got 2.6 million followers on Twitter. That ain't even 1% of your followers.
Yeah, that lets you know. Yeah.
That lets you know ain't nobody checking for you unless you do something silly. Unless you out here to do put on something for the circus, nobody's checking for you unless you have a radical statement about some nonsense you ain't got no business saying in the first place.
And those numbers that Lisa are using, I wouldn't be surprised if Candace embellished that too as well to prop herself up, because you got to be in the millions, the million plus, and it doesn't reflect her book sales. Does not reflect the support that it does. Her book sale does reflect the support that she have.
Right.
I mean, in this country alone, 90,000 books is like selling a half of a book.
Yeah.
You don't see that book at the Dollar Tree. I guarantee you, the book gonna be right there, because she's not profitable, and that's what I'm noticing about these newest coons. You had coons that would hold on for, they were using for dear life. Now they shelf life is short and tight. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but with her, I mean, it's just very telling how, like I said, that book sale, when I saw that said it all. I was like, these people aren't with her. They're just around her because they're entertained by her dragging the Black community. That is entertainment to them. That's what they're getting off on. But her herself, they don't care about her. They don't care about her at all.
She, to me, it get to the point. It gets so pathetic. It's like it's the hardest thing to watch for me, because I'm a big boxing fan, a washed up boxer, and people around you telling you, come on, you got to let it go. You got to let it go and stuff. But Candace's situation is a little bit different. She don't have people that she can go to and confide in or anything, because that's the way she set it up. She don't want her family around or anyone. She want to be the only Negro in that room and stuff. And you see white people in the worst situation, all they want to be is entertained. They didn't got so upset with with Black men, they don't want to play ball no more and stuff. And it's just like, shut up and dribble, and stuff. Oh, Santine, I had a quick question. What football team was that shut down? Because I had seen it briefly on TV last night with the coronavirus.
I really couldn't tell you. I haven't been a fan of the NFL for.
There's so many of them coming up with coronavirus. One of them teams then shut down. They can't even, since coronavirus hit, they can't. It don't even have to be sports. You can't even get through. You starting over, and Corona is waiting there for you. You don't get a reprieve or anything. And if you say something about Rona, and Rona asked permission for the creator, he said, get them. But you got some that slow learners. But I did take joy at watching Fat Lord ass. Lisa, I think I emailed you the article about Chris Christie. They called him, they were calling him a bully, and they said he was sort of like afraid to really express how he really felt since he got corona virus. He would only go so far. Yeah. And his face looked flush red. He ain't well. He ain't well at all.
No, and he's been struggling because he used to be the governor of my state. He struggled with asthma for years. He still got it. He got terrible asthma along with his weight problem, and he's got other conditions. So see, now he's talking, follow the CDC guidelines, wear your mask. See, it done scared the hell out of him.
But Lisa,
he was untouchable there for a moment, though.
Yeah, it sure did. And I know his wife gave him an earful, because I can't believe that all of these guys that are enamored with Trump, some of they white, because Trump don't really like women. Them women pick up on that. And can you imagine, just like with the super spreaders alone, what's going on in their households? I keep saying they will not get no peace. They will not get no sleep, no more. And the way I like putting it out, even thinking, I don't care if you don't execute it, thinking about doing something to us, instant karma for your ass. We got to be full throttle with this, because you got some of our folks, like the video I did the other day with that. I had never heard of this sister where, she do that Zoom event. And when I realized, I thought it was 3 minutes. Do you know that coon sat there for 6 minutes and let them stay on there and call her a sack of niggas and coons and all that? And then I read an article. She had a moderator there that had control to knock anybody out of that or just take it down completely. But she just sit there, and then to show you how fucked up she is, while they're doing what they're doing for 6 minutes, she keep trying to stay poised and get her message across. I said, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Some people are silly like that. They are. So there's a lot of people silly like that on here.
Yeah, and don't forget she had coronavirus, and she was still out there trying to campaign and damn near passed out in the back of a limo.
Yeah.
Sick as a dog. I said, so you willing to die for this, for Massa? Massa's kingdom is gone. You're not paying attention to what's going on with these white folks. You got animals that are feeling caged in. That's why they jumping on each other in the houses and killing each other. It's another killing that's going on. They are demonstrating their true nature, because now they backs is way up against the wall.
Yeah.
Lisa Delbert just said hi. She on your live stream.
Tell him I said hello. I gotta go, y'all, because in the next half hour I got my second live stream, which is Bible study. Any of you are more than welcome to join. That's at 4:30. So I'm going to cut out now. Okay. I have to talk to you. I'll call you when this is done. All right, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I love that you all came. We'll definitely do this again. So wherever you are, please stay safe. Keep those immune systems up. Until the next time, everybody, shalom.